Hi folks, welcome back. Today I want to do a quick video on trying out a product that is new to me. I think it's been around for a little while, but I'm not familiar with it, haven't used it before. It's the G96 brand Instant Gun Blue Stick. And what I want to try it out on is I've got a little CZ75 compact here. I've done a video on it, you guys have seen it before. I've got the Dawson Precision sights on it, tritium night sights from Cajun Gun Works on here. And just over the years carrying it, it's been on here about 4 years now. The side that rubs against my body has gotten kind of shiny. I don't know if you guys can really see that well. Yeah, you actually can. It picks up pretty well, doesn't it? Where that side has gotten shiny. And it doesn't look too bad. It looks like, just honest wear. But the big problem is that in certain light, when I come up behind the gun here, I'll get reflection off of that is just on that edge, that is a little annoying, a little distracting. And I think it might get in my way of getting really the maximum out of these sights, because it kind of makes the sight picture there a little bit distorted, maybe a little, just not as clear as it could be, not crisp. So even though this isn't really a blued finish on these sights, it's more of a phosphate or a parkerizing type finish. I'm hoping this can just kind of damp down that shine a little bit and hopefully give me a few more years of good solid use out of these sights. So let's see what they tell us to do. We're going to remove grease, oil, and dirt. Yeah, okay. Buff the pitted or rusted surfaces with an emery cloth, steel wool. So I've got some steel wool here, and I guess I'm going to do this kind of in reverse order, because I think there's probably some oil still remaining on this steel wool, because that's what I usually use it for. If you haven't seen my rust removal video, check that one out where I talk about how I use the steel wool. I'm not going to go over this really hard or anything, just try to get off the loose rust, because there is a little bit of light, kind of, you could call it patina almost, where it's sort of going to that brown type finish. But get some of that off just on the edges where it's not perfect anymore. Try to make sure I don't get on the rest of the gun, because that's more of a paint. That looks pretty good. I got it back down to white steel. I'm gonna take a rag here and wipe off the steel wool fibers, get them out of my way. To degrease, I've got a little cotton swab here and some denatured alcohol. Put in this little, just a few drops is all I need, I think. Should be good. Go ahead and put that on there, rub it around real well, see if I can get it degreased as much as possible. And that steel wool wasn't really oily, so we don't have a lot of contamination to deal with. If it was, I'd probably consider being a little more aggressive about it than this, but this should be fine. And now that I've gotten that patina off, if you want to call it that light rust, it's actually even shinier on the top of the back face of the sight here. So it should be good. I'm not really going for cosmetic on this, mainly trying to just take that shine away so it's not distorting my sight picture. Okay, looking pretty good. Go ahead and take this. I don't know if I'm supposed to shake it. Doesn't say to. Apply a small amount. Usually takes 15 to 30 seconds, and then neutralize with water. Got my bottle of water here that I'm going to use after we get this on. Just try that there. I'm just gonna get that back edge, kind of this side. Basically all the corners is where it, just let a lot of it go. Huh, okay. Yeah, I shouldn't have shaken it. Just the corners where it's got some shine about it. I don't guess I have to be too careful because the rest of the gun is, man, that's a lot. That thing leaks pretty free flowing. Okay. And neutralize with water. I guess that's probably long enough. It said 15 to 30 seconds. I probably had it on there for that long just in the course of me applying it. Kind of making a little fizzy looking bit to it. So I got a bottle of water. I'm gonna take my other end of the Q-tip, give me some water on there. I might need more water than this. I might take this thing over to the trash can and rinse it off actually. Do I have a trash can? Actually, I have a trash can right here. Let me do that because you see some of the stuff coming off there. 1 second. Yeah, this is just an empty trash can that I've got around. Actually, I can do this differently. Got this bowl here that I usually use for brass. I can dry that out. That way you guys can still see. Just should have got a full bottle of water, huh? Maybe I can scrub it with this a little bit with that water. That should help. And that ought to dilute it plenty enough, huh? Dry it off with a rag here. I'll dry this off better afterwards. And it does say you can do this more than once. So I think it made an improvement. Not nearly as shiny as it was before. Still kind of more of a light gray than the darker gray that you see on some of the rest of the side. But it seems to have made an improvement. I'd call that a success. Let's try that again real quick. Just since we're still here. Just give it a little bit more on the worst spots. Right there at the back edge. And just along that side. Doesn't seem like it's bleeding as freely now, which is kind of nice. It gave me quite a bit at once before. I'm not sure exactly. Maybe I pushed too hard. I don't know. Not really sure. And what we do, count Mississippis, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Well, I guess while we're waiting for a second, I'll just tell you to like, subscribe, leave a comment if you have something that you like to use to do this kind of thing, because I've never really found anything I've been totally satisfied with. Although I might be with this once we get done. Go ahead and lock that slide back. Just, maybe this is better. Dunk it in the water. Rinse it off. That should do it, huh? Shake it off. Actually, let me take this and just get some of that water out there. Take some oil. I love using a paintbrush for applying oil to stuff like this. Just gives such a nice, perfect coat. Which I know I probably always say that in every video on cleaning or anything, but it's true. It's just a great lint-free way to apply some oil. Brush off any little debris and stuff that gets down in the small spots. What do you guys think? It looks pretty good. Wipe some of that oil away now that we've got a little bit of a coat on there. Yeah, it actually blended really well with the parkerized or phosphate, or however you want to call it. A few little red pieces of lint from my rag, but significantly better than it was. I'm gonna call that a success. So, well, there you have it. I think it worked okay. So I guess I'll give it a good review. Product did what it claimed it was going to. It blued the steel. Looks good. We'll see how long it holds up in use, but probably do fine, I guess. So thanks for watching, folks. Catch you later.